All right, we are back with moving on to our next topic. Probably my favorite storyline going forward right now is Cody and Sasha. And let me tell you, those scenes this week, Sophia Madsen, in my opinion, has the Emmy wrapped up next year.
I mean, they're giving them the material for it. The girl can't catch a break. I just keep thinking that every week. I'm like, oh my man, this poor girl.
Well, I think she finally caught a break now that Cody busted her out of Ferncliff. They got into the cabin. The first 2 days or Monday's episode where Sasha was going through detox.
Yes, that was
No,
rough.
that was a rough. But I'm glad that Cody got through to her. At first she didn't recognize him. She thought it was Montague coming after him, and then he had to be like, "No, it's me. It's Cody." You know,
Yeah, yeah, that was rough. But I almost feel like maybe Cody's done this before and knows what it's like to
could be
detox off of drugs. So he had some experience in it, and he knew how to like get through to her, and he kept encouraging her to like drink water,
yeah.
just to get the drugs out of the system. I've never been through detox, but I've heard it's like you feel like you're dying, like crawling out of your own skin kind of feeling. Like so I can only imagine it must not be pleasant
I
at
don't have
all.
any
Like
firsthand knowledge either, so it's the same thing. I've seen people go through it, but it's not. I've never felt it, so I can't. Again, I can't empathize. But the way that she played it basically made me feel so. She had the compassion of just about every audience member because of it.
yeah.
And then when Cody brought up, fight for, do this for Brando, do this for Liam, and she snapped back at him, that was those scenes were intense.
Yeah, they were. When he said that to her, I was like, ooh, he really went for the jugular. Like he like he he really hit her where it hurts him, but he needed to do that, I think, to like get
Yeah,
her to fight through the detox. So because I'm sure she just wanted to be left alone and not go through what she was going through. So yeah, but Cody did what he had to do to get her through that, and it just like I said, I think he's had some experience, maybe himself or with a friend or something where he's gone through that or seen that happen. So he
yeah,
knew he knew what to do to get through to her, even though she was like, "How dare you mention them?" And I was like, "She's
right,
gonna be pissed that you just mentioned her dead husband and her dead child that she didn't even really get to meet." So
right.
yeah,
But no, I agree, and I think just that fire that he had to light the fire under Sasha, because especially when she said, I have nobody anymore. She lost Brando, she lost Liam, she never apparently never knew her mother,
yeah,
or whatever the case was, and the only reason why she came to Port Charles was, she wanted the money from Valentine to help her grandmother. It showed a lot into her and how she's feeling, and then when Cody said that's not true, I'm here,
mhm.
that right there meant the world to her.
Yeah, because she needs to know there's at least one person that she can count on,
Yeah,
and she thinks it's Gladys, but it's not. And he's telling her, "No, you can't trust her. Like she's the one who's been doing this to you this whole time."
yeah.
And she wants to believe the best about Gladys, and Gladys is not helping her out. Gladys is just there to use her
And
for
I
money.
think she's finally starting to see that now that Cody said it, but also Sam and Dante both said it.
Hmm.
Because Sam and Dante came to the cabin at towards the end of the week, and they all basically told her, "Listen, Gladys is the one that's doing this," and now she's starting to put two and two together
Hmm.
because Sasha's like, all this started when I said that I wanted to get rid of the guardianship and I could be on my own. And I like how Cody helped her put the pieces together. Well, when did this start? Oh, well, it kind of started when I, started seeing Dr. Montague and, started taking those pills. And where's the prescription? What did the nurse say? Oh, well, the doctor just gave it to me. Hmm, that's a red flag right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of going through a pharmacy with a paper trail. So I'm glad that Sasha's starting to see it now.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm glad. So hopefully there'll be a confrontation when she
Yeah,
gets out of this with
but
Gladys.
you could see Gladys panicking when she walked into Ferdencliff and she saw the cops there and they said that Cody and Sasha were the two that escaped and her immediately saying, oh, Cody kidnapped her. But then the nurse said it didn't look like he was forcing her out. It looks like they were left leaving together. And and then Gladys going to Nina saying that Cody kidnapped her. And then Nina coming back with, well, maybe because you said that she was supposed to be out, maybe he was just saving her. So I'm glad that everybody's starting to see through Gladys now too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm glad Nina saw seeing through her. Sam sees it.
Mhm.
Dante sees it. So hopefully she'll have that support system she needs to get through this. I just wonder if Ferncliffe is going to press any charges, or I mean, they've got the APB, what do they call it?
APB.
APB out. So it'll be interesting to see how long they can stay in that safe house that Sam set up for them.
I have a feeling now that Sasha is um I have a feeling now that Sasha is on the mend. I think that now it's okay. I feel like Cody will turn himself in. Dante will vouch for him, and they'll be able to go. I have a feeling they'll be able to put the blame on Gladys when all is said and done. Because I mean, I've heard that Bonnie Burrows is leaving. Um, Obviously, she's not going to get killed. I have a feeling she may go to prison.
Her and Cyrus could become friends then.
Well, they were friends.
Oh no, they were friends.
They were friends. There was a time. There was a point in time. No, was that Sarah? No, 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 no. That was Novak. Novak who invited Gladys to Sonny and Jason's wedding. That's right. It wasn't Cyrus.
Well, Gladys is such an unlikable person, and I can see her being friends with Cyrus.
Right, exactly. Yes, although we'll get to it with the next segment, but there's somebody I think that's become more, we talked about it last week, who's become even more unlikable than Gladys, and that's Portia. We didn't see much of Portia this week though.
Mm.
But we'll get to that in just a minute. Anything else in my what I'm calling them kosha? Um, Anything else before we move on?
Just we had some really nice moments after she detoxed, and
Yes.
I enjoyed it, and I actually like enjoy Cody because of him helping out Sasha. So, he keeps earning his brownie points with me. So, good job, buddy. Just as long as you're not in it for the money.
Right,
We know
exactly.
Gladys wants all that money anyway, so we don't need
Yep.
two people against her for the money.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we're gonna take a quick break. Come back with the next segment. We'll be right back.